much fun, Stinky, and I have to say, I'm rather full, dear. Are you? You are. It was fun, wasn't it? All that whirling spaghetti. And Stinky, oh, it's the Poppets. Hold that thought. Hello, my little Poppets, and welcome to story time. Well, Stinky and I have just been out for lunch, and we had lots of wiggly spaghetti for lunch. And in fact, Stinky was so hungry that he sort of tucked it right into the bowl. There was spaghetti and sauce and cheese flying everywhere. And Stinky, you have got tomato bolognese sauce on your vest, dear. It was going everywhere, wasn't it? It certainly was. And there's nothing like a good bowl of spaghetti, I have to say, my little Poppets, because I do love spaghetti. Well, I think there might be someone else who likes spaghetti. If you look on top of the story time cake there's a rather marvellous rabbit there with a napkin on, and he has a fork in his hand. I think he's getting ready to tuck into something rather delicious. And I'll tell you what, that cake is looking rather scrumptious. I'll be tucking into that later on, won't you, Stinky? Yes, you love cake, don't you? Yes, you certainly do. Well, waffling on just a bit. So today's story, my little Poppet, is called I Want Spaghetti. And thank you, Stinky dear. I want spaghetti. Well, Stinky, after that very, very big lunch of spaghetti, I think you should get comfy, dear, so you can digest your meal. So you can get comfy down there and enjoy the story. I want spaghetti. This does look like a good one, I have to say. I want spaghetti. And here we go, my dear Poppets. Once there was a little rabbit who would only eat one thing. And there he is there, the little sweet little rabbit there on the page. Look at that, lovely and bright and colourful. I wonder what it is that he likes to eat. Spaghetti, of course! He loves spaghetti. And there he is, tuckering into a big bowl of spaghetti, wriggling round and round. Spaghetti. At breakfast time, when his mother said, "Come and eat your toast, my little rabbit," he replied, "Yuck, it's horrible. I won't eat it." Well, he won't eat it, my Poppets. I hope you eat what you're supposed to eat at dinner time or at breakfast. When Mum says your breakfast is on the table or your supper's on the table. At lunchtime, when his father said, "Come and eat your sandwiches, my little rabbit," he replied, what do you think he replied, my little Poppets? What's that? You're correct. No, I want spaghetti. Please make him some spaghetti, says the cat, to make him be quiet. He wants spaghetti. He won't eat anything else. But you can't just have spaghetti all the time. You have to have other things. At dinner time, when his mother said, "Eat your soup, my little rabbit," he replied, "Yuck, this soup is disgusting." "That's enough," said his mother. "Go to your room." Well, Mum's quite cross because she made the little rabbit there some lovely soup and he won't eat it. The only thing he wants is spaghetti. Well, Mum is not pleased. That's not good at all. In a tiny, tiny little voice, he said, "I want spaghetti." I don't think that's going to work, even in a tiny voice. He's still asking for spaghetti. Silly, silly fellow. I want spaghetti. I want spaghetti. I want spaghetti. What does he want, my Poppets? I want spaghetti. Yes, he does. He wants spaghetti, and he's not going to be quiet until he gets his spaghetti. Slam, crash, bang. All I want is spaghetti. And there he is. He's throwing an absolute wobbly there. He's very, very cross indeed, throwing a mega tantrum. And I don't think he's going to be quiet until he gets it. Then Simon heard his mother say to his father, Simon is the bunny, of course, "Darling, this chocolate cake is exquisite. Simon cried out, "Oh, chocolate cake, my dear Poppets. I do love a piece of chocolate cake, I have to say." Oh, it's making me very hungry. And we didn't get dessert when we were at the restaurant, so perhaps we should have some chocolate cake. "But I want chocolate cake too," his mother said. "Come and eat your soup, my little rabbit, and then you can have chocolate cake." And that's exactly what he did. So he's realised, my dear Poppets, that in order to get the chocolate cake or the dessert, he has to have the main meal, because you must have your dinner because it's very, very good for you and your body needs it. And if you're good and eat all your dinner, then you can have some dessert. The next day at lunchtime, his father said, "Come and eat your spaghetti, my little rabbit." And Simon replied, what do you think he said, my dear Poppets? I wonder what he wants. I wonder. I want sausages. Oh, so now he wants sausages. He's fed up of spaghetti and now he wants sausages all the time. Sausages. Oh, silly bunny. The end. And that was called I Want Spaghetti. Look at that. Marvellous. Well, a very, very good book, I have to say. I did enjoy that. And any story that's to do with chocolate cake or spaghetti or yummy things like that, I definitely like reading. Well, Stinky, my chap, have you recovered from your meal? I hope that you have. Are you feeling a little better now, dear? What's that? You're feeling rather sleepy and still very full. Yes, well, you did eat an awful lot, Stinky. I have to say, for a little mouse, dear, you certainly can eat a lot of food. Oh, you're a cheeky fellow, you really are. Well, my dear sweet Poppets, we have come to the end of story time once again. Perhaps you could make a story time cake with a very lovely bunny on top, or read a book about a bunny who wants spaghetti, or perhaps you could pretend to be some wiggly spaghetti, or have some for lunch yourself. And as always, take care, and until next time,